Welcome to Let Freedom Ring. As always, we have security here. We're keeping what we think was Soapy pre-op. We don't exactly know what that attack was still. We're still trying to investigate it. We got the best detectives on the case trying to figure it out. But my guest this week is Scott McVicar. Scott, welcome to the show, man. It's good to see you.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a while.
Probably about 10 years since I've seen you.
Tell me about it.
So I'm happy to have you.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here.
We go way back.
Absolutely.
We'll get into that, but let's get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
So from originally Malden, Massachusetts. It's where my mom grew up. Yeah, right. We got that there, I think. Yep. Then we moved up to Nashua. You know, when I was young, lived in Nashua. You know, majority of my life. We lived together up in Plymouth for a little bit.
Sure.
Been all over since then. Derry, Manchester. Now I'm back in Malden, Massachusetts, oddly enough.
Where it all began.
Small world, the nexus of the universe.
Were we born in the same hospital? Did we talk
Malden,
about this?
Wakefield, I think, right?
So, yeah. I think we realized that in college. We were like, wait a second, we might actually...
Like, how did that happen? Wow.
Yeah,
bizarre.
What are the odds?
I don't know. It's funny because I know a bunch of people from Malden. Like, a few people that I work with are from Malden, too. But then moved out of Malden and up to New Hampshire, all over, Merrimack, whatever. It's just strange.
I know my parents in the 80s were like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Like, we're out of here. We're not living in Massachusetts anymore.
Yeah.
It was very different at that time.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's probably why my parents moved up, too, you know?
Well, Nashua was just a very growing, like, place.
Booming.
And now Nashua's at, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people.
Sure.
And Merrimack can't be actually that far behind.
Right, yeah, I would think not, yeah.
You know?
No, I mean, I loved living in Nashua and lived in Manchester for a few years. It was great. Got nothing against New Hampshire.
Nice. Well, well, now you're a masshole, so
I'm back, yeah. Under the radar, masshole.
On the show.
Yep, I appreciate it. I had to pay that tax coming up, you know, but thanks.
Make sure you stop at the mall and buy some stuff for like a reasonable
Tell
price.
me about it. Yeah, buy some cans. I mean, you gotta pay like 5 cents for every can that you buy down there. You buy a 12-pack of seltzers and you're paying an extra like 60 cents. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't fit there.
Massachusetts.
I go into Massachusetts and I go, when can I leave?
See you later.
What are 3 things that everybody should know about you?
Oh, geez. I'm a father, a new father. My daughter Zoe's just turned 2 a couple of months back. So 2, yep, time flies.
Wow, that's
it's insane.
Crazy.
Engaged to be married, coming up in November to the love of my life. Shout out to Megan.
I got my save the date, or no, I gotta.
You gotta save
the
date.
date.
Absolutely.
Not the invitation. Yes. That's right.
No, that usually comes first to save the date. Third thing, I'm horribly overweight right now.
Okay.
Yep, but who isn't? You know.
I'm heavier than I was in college.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh, we all are, buddy.
When did we get old? How did that happen?
I think about that every day.
We were just, kids watching Scoot get beat up.
We were on top of the world, living the dream.
Next thing
karaoke every Friday night.
I don't know.
Yep.
But you blink.
Watching the Pats go undefeated.
And now we're not where we were.
Just living in 2022, trying to get by.
It goes too fast. It really does.
Yeah, well, seriously, right? Yeah.
But no, I'm awesome. I'm so happy for you to be a father.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
So awesome stuff there.
Thank you.
But we get asked the toughest question that we have on the show. What does it mean to you to be an American?
You know, Dan, you sent that to me. I don't have an answer. I really don't. I'm not like an anti-patriotic type of guy. I'm not anti-America, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I don't think it means as much to, us today as it might have, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, that sort of thing, America's just the place I live, I guess,
okay. But it could mean like a lot of different things, though.
I mean, it means you're set up, for every opportunity in the world, I mean, I think we're lucky to be from America and live in the United States of America, we've got chances to do whatever we want, succeed in, any way that we can, which is great. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's
not something you think about on a regular basis.
No, I've never. I stay out of the politics game. You know,
I don't think
really
you were
do.
a Trump guy though. I couldn't. see
No,
that,
not a Trump guy, but I'm not an anybody guy, really.
No,
you
I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people would be like, I would never be like, yeah, I'm not a Biden guy, but there was just like Trump people.
Oh, absolutely. Which that's the other thing about America. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and you know, they're able to say what they want and do all that, and which is fantastic. But yeah.
No strong opinion.
I don't. I never have. I never have. I'm the same way with religion as I am with politics. You know,
Unless it comes to the office, I don't think you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to talk movies, TV, Pats all day long, let's do it. But yeah, stay out of the politics game.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And that's not a political question, though.
No,
I will
yeah,
say
no,
it's
absolutely right.
Because we always say on it, it means so many different things to so many different people, which is why I think I love living in the United States.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And,
can't disagree with you there.
I had an interesting episode with Vinny Loria
Yeah?
a couple weeks ago. He's in Hong Kong.
Right, I did see that. Yeah, I was streaming from Hong Kong, right?
He had to be very careful about what he said.
See, that's crazy.
I could say anything right now. I could
Sure.
be like, hey, let's go, Brandon. F you, Joe Biden.
Let's do it.
Nothing's going to happen to me.
Not yet.
Well, I hope. The government can. And I don't feel that way like some people do. But nothing's going to happen to me.
Right, exactly, and that's
I can speak out against my government and not worry about having a bag put over my head.
Exactly. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. I try not to.
Yeah.
It just bums me out. You know, everything that's happening, and you know, Europe, Ukraine, Russia, everywhere else in the world. It just.
Well, while I think like we're all human beings, but like
Absolutely.
we are in different places,
Right.
and can be treated very differently.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know, which is.
Yep.
I have to say, like, living in the United States, I never really worry about what I have to say. I could say something stupid on Facebook.
Right.
Maybe that could cost me public opinion.
Sure.
Maybe it costs you your job.
Yeah.
But the government's not going to say, well, there's probably certain things you might
throw
say.
you in
that
Guantanamo Bay or
but
something.
like, to have an opinion, you're allowed to have an opinion.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, I agree there. Absolutely.
So, and with that, British Office sucks. I said it.
Never watched any of it.
Don't like it.
I've caught
Don't
a
like
couple
it.
minutes here and there. Yeah, not my cup of tea.
We'll get into that a little bit because honestly,
tea, right?
I don't like Ricky Gervais, and we're going to talk. We'll get into that.
All right.
But I want to talk about your fan questions because you got a bunch here.
Oh, jeez.
First one from Dan Morse
Yeah.
of the Morse Code Podcast. Again,
Shout out.
Dan, so respectful when I came on his show. Soapy, not so much.
Never been a fan.
Soapy just... Was it him that attacked me? I don't know. You know, he just... Can you trust him? I don't know if I can.
I don't think so.
But Morse, he's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy.
Tall.
Lives in Maine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he lives in Portland, I believe. Yeah.
Good for him.
His wife is friends with former wrestler Johnny Curtis, Fandango. I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
that.
sure. Yeah.
So two nurses working
Bizarre.
together.
Yeah. What do you know? Small world.
Small world.
Yeah.
Favorite Mudflaps brand? And if,
that's not a thing.
If he has a current promo code for it, what is he talking about?
It's some inside joke from years ago. Us, Corey Walker, everybody, we used to say Mudflaps all the time. I have no idea where it came from.
Okay.
We got to circle back to Dan on that one, to Morris on that one, because it's just been one of those bizarre inside jokes where we talk about mudflaps.
What exactly is a mudflap?
So like on a truck, you know, on like a big like.
I thought it was like chops on your hair or something.
No, at least I hope not. I mean, that's what I've been thinking it's the whole time.
Okay.
The mudflaps on the back of a truck, you know, the wheel. That's
okay.
Supposed to flat mud or deflat mud, I would guess, right?
What a weird.
I'm telling you.
How does this even come into play?
See, I that's my thing. I've been racking my brain trying to figure it out. I know that, you know, Corey Walker, shout out to Floorbore.
Florbore,
wherever he's at right now, doing something.
Wherever he is. Yeah.
One of the nicknames he gave me in college was Mudman.
Okay.
You know, because we used to play out in the mud outside. I say play out in the mud like we're 3 years old. But
yeah.
So I was thinking it was probably Mudman, Mudflap, and just one of those things that just progressed or something, maybe.
And Morris wasn't with us. I mean, he was at UNH.
No, yeah, because Morris was a friend of Corey and Corey's sister, I believe.
Okay, because he's a little bit younger than us.
I believe so, yeah. Taller, but younger.
What a weird.
Why I'm so focused on him being so tall?
I guess
Just jealous.
You know what? I've known Dan Morris for a while now. I may only met him in person once. I've had him on virtual episodes of the show.
Yep.
We have a group chat. I talk to him all the time.
Okay.
I think I met him one time in person, maybe at Corey's.
Yep, probably.
Maybe we used to go to Corey's all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever actually met him in person.
Is he a real person? He's a myth?
Unless his Facebook is like hacked or...
Yeah, what's that called? Like a deep fake or like a catfish sort of
situation? Maybe he's not me.
Maybe he's been soapy that whole time.
What if Soapy's actually running the whole Morse Code podcast by himself?
It could be.
We don't know. Dan Morris, if you are watching this and you're under any kind of hostage situation with Soapy Priya, please let us know. Megan Drain, is this your fiance?
That is my lovely, beautiful fiance and mother of my child, yes.
She's sort of taking a shot at you here.
Yes, she is.
Which I respect that. I've never met you, Megan, but I like this. I like this question.
I'm not a big fan, but...
Here's a question. Why does he have tiny hands?
That is the genetics from my mother, probably. Kathleen, shout out if you're watching this one. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, my hands are... I guess they're longer, but yours are bigger.
Sausage link hands. Yeah, that's just one of the things that she likes to rib me on.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she not believe that you were a good football player?
Yeah. I mean, she asked about catching footballs. I was never in a position to catch footballs. But I mean, if we go play toss outside, play catch outside.
Because you're a defensive lineman, right?
Correct. Yeah. In high school, yeah.
Has she watched football before? Does she know?
She knows football.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
She knows not everybody catches
the ball.
No,
her brother played football. One of her, her brothers played football. Her father played football when he was young. We got football on every Sunday. She's knowledgeable, but she's just a pain in the neck.
She likes to rip you.
Oh yeah. Oh, big time.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, I can't go wrong.
Love
her to death. Absolutely.
You can't marry somebody if you can't rip on them.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she keeps me on my toes. She's not boring. So there you go. Yeah.
How long have you guys been together now? It's
3. We just had our last night was our 3rd anniversary from our first date.
Really?
So yeah, we've been together for 3 years. Our daughter just turned 2, so you can do the math.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where we both just felt it from day one. We just felt like it was just the right. We were just sort of meant to be together. Because circling back to the Malden piece of it, that's where she's from. We live in the house where she grew up right now, and it's not even just that. It's so there's the neighborhood in Malden called Oak Grove. Okay. We lived in this. So I live 45, 60-second walk from where I lived as a child.
Oh my goodness.
Like a street over, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, right? And she grew up there. She lived there. We are the same age by 28 days. Both born in February 1986. Yep. So, we talk about it all the time.
Could you guys have gone to the same school?
We would have. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like I'm talking same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So we would have if I hadn't moved to Nashua. When I was young. We probably would have been in the same classes.
Wow.
Elementary school for her was right down the street where she walked to school. We could have walked to school. We might have been friends as kids, but she always says that she probably would have hated me growing up, So it was probably good that that didn't happen. But small world.
No, that's
real
awesome.
Small. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think my mom will really like this episode because she's a Malden girl.
Yeah.
Loves Malden.
Yeah.
Medford and Malden.
Medford, Malden. Oh, yeah.
Medford.
Melrose. Medford. That's the thing. Like, I keep getting the accent a little bit now.
Oh, really?
I've been living down there for so long. Yeah, it's
I think it's kind of funny that, these people can be, by Boston and have these accents.
Yep.
We live southern New Hampshire, Merrimack, Nashua, and we don't have it. How does that...
completely different dialect. Yeah,
I don't understand it.
See, I just said bizarre. I don't know.
You're becoming an asshole.
I know. I'm telling you, man. It's yeah. it's something.
The adopted son.
It just well, it's funny because like my mother has a little bit of the accent too.
Yeah.
She always has because again she lived there her entire life. So like I grew up a little bit with it. Like my mom would say Sella.
Oh yeah.
Not a basement. It was always Sella. It's Pala.
Paula.
Yeah,
That's what we called the living room growing up.
So I feel like it was always ingrained in me, embedded in me, and now it's just.
I didn't know what a living room was until I was probably about 15 years old. I was like, no, this is Paula.
It's Pala. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it wasn't, you want a Coke? It was, you want a tonic?
You want tonic. Yeah, you want tonic. Absolutely, yep.
That's just how they...
Yeah, it's just so strange, yeah.
You're becoming one of them.
Yep.
It's wild to see.
It's insane.
We get another question from another Massachusetts plant now, Brian Simons.
Yeah, my buddy, yep.
Love Brian. Brian might actually be a great guest. I see a lot of stuff that he posts.
Oh, he would blow your socks off. That kid knows.
He's a smart kid.
Oh,
smart
genius.
kid.
Oh, he's one of the smartest kids I've ever known. Absolutely.
Great, and Brian's like one of those very underrated athletes. Like he was a great athlete.
Wrestler. He was one of the tops in New England, I think.
One of the best wrestlers. Great at track, I believe.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Just like a all-around good dude. Like Brian's a good dude.
Yep, he's one of my oldest friends. I love him to death. He's got 2 beautiful daughters of his own.
Does he? Yeah.
Oh yeah, his wife's a treat. She's
Last
great.
time I saw you, there was you had a barbecue.
Barbecue at my parents' house in
Yes.
Merrimack. There you
'Cause
go.
Simons
That was it. We were
too.
trying to figure
That's
it out.
what it was. Simons was there too. Yep. Now it's all
Mystery
come back.
solved.
That was probably like 20. Oh, that still goes back. I think it was probably
13, 14, probably, yeah.
It's been about 8 years.
It's been a while, man.
He wants to know. Ask him what did he do with the Sweet Brood? This isn't a wrestling.
No, it's not like Gangrel. No.
Okay, Brood action figure we
Yep.
traded for in second grade.
Yep.
That our moms after made us trade them back. to each other.
I that's one of those things where he's mentioned that off and on for 3 decades now. I still have no idea exactly what he's talking about. I looked it up when I saw that question.
Brood. I was like Gangrel.
Gangrel,
Christian Edge.
yeah, exactly. They're coming back, right? But no, I think it was an X-Men action figure because we were big into X-Men back in the day,
sense.
and yeah, I got nothing with that. I have no idea. And if it was something that I still had, I probably sold it at a yard sale for $2 or $1 in 1996,
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's one of those mysteries that we'll never solve.
Well, sorry for that, Brian. I will say,
buddy.
if we want to talk about trading back in our day, you might remember this. Pogs.
Oh, yeah, Pogs.
Pogs were like, that would start a war.
Yeah, Pogs
That
was
start a
big. Yep,
war.
I remember, Pogs came out. I always vividly remember it. It was in 3rd grade for me.
Yeah, it was like third. Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're about a year behind.
I'm a year behind it. Yep, 3rd grade, and yeah, it took the world by storm. Pogs, slammers, yeah. Kids don't know. Kids don't.
I mean,
get it
I
now.
remember we got them banned because someone grabbed Andrew Sanders and threw him on the roof of Charlotte Ave.
Threw him on the roof or his
Yeah,
Pogs?
his Pogs,
Oh,
because
I
we
was
used
gonna
to
say,
have
wow,
them in little cases.
Who'd you go to school with?
No, no one was that strong.
Right?
You know.
Holy smokes.
But I remember, like, you could find. You remember Zyla's in Merrimack? Zyla's was. We
Like
got
a toy store or something? Or?
It was just an everything store. It was like Building 19. Now,
Okay, gotcha,
Now there's not
yep,
even Building
sure.
19, but Zyla's had all this ridiculous Pog stuff. And that's not there, but I remember, jeez. Brian, if you think this was a big deal, Pogs was war. I never got called to the principal's office in elementary school.
No.
I did in middle, in high school,
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
a bit. But
Junior high. We were junior high. We weren't middle school then.
okay, well, Pogs was elementary school.
Right. Yeah.
I never got called to the principal's office in elementary school.
No.
Until the Pogs came around.
Until the
Then
Pogs.
I was like, I'm like, oh my God, what's happening to me? I'm getting in trouble. Like I'm,
Pog Mafia.
you know, like this is where my life's going. I'm gonna be in jail one day. I just want to play a little Pogs.
Let's go from Pogs to slinging drugs. Yeah, there's
Pretty
natural
much like,
progression. Yeah.
It's a slow transition to, gambling with Pogs to, oh, now I'm in jail for real.
Oh, I killed somebody.
Sad thing is, it actually did happen to some people we grew up with.
Yeah, well, woof.
From Danielle Thing.
Yep, so that's Megan's best friend.
Okay.
Yep.
If Scott was arrested with no explanation, what would people think he did? he robbed someone for Pogs? I don't know.
It could be if it was 94 again.
Yeah, well, I guess we're more up to date now.
Yeah, I don't know what that question's really going for there.
They're like just like
ripping me, dude.
Yeah,
right?
this is more of a roast.
I mean,
and,
I wish. But I mean, if I was what would I be arrested for? That's my thing. I mean, I'm a pacifist. You know, I don't.
I think the only time we almost got in trouble was the time where Scoot broke into our apartment.
Yes.
And you took
Peter
his head, and I think you beat him up pretty good.
Yeah, there was some rage there. Yeah, we got back after a night out, and
we told Pete, don't ever break into our apartment ever again. Because he did it the first time. And then he did it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things that you shouldn't have to tell somebody to not break into your college apartment.
Like, pretty straightforward. Don't cut our screen.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, we came home. The screen was busted.
And if you remember this time in Plymouth State, there's laptops being stolen left and right.
Sure, right.
We come in, we're like, we both could have our laptops stolen. Then what do we do?
Right.
How do you get through college without a laptop?
Can't. I dumped beer on a laptop once or twice, I'm sure. So, yeah. Yeah, that was a night, yeah.
But I think the only thing I could think of that you could have been arrested for was you grabbed Scoot and you dragged him out of that apartment.
Yeah.
And beat his ass until the police got there.
We tussled, I think. Sure, there was a tussle. Scoot, Peter Sconce, shout out. Apologize, buddy. But you know what you did. He's a father too now, I believe. Yeah, that was a night to remember. And then we marched across campus.
Well, then me and Bill got back and we're like, no, we want to beat his ass too. Yeah. And we went all the way.
There was repercussions.
We marched all the way down there. And then I'm pretty sure I set off the fire alarm in his dorm. And we just had to
there was a fire alarm in the dorm. We took off. And
I think I hid behind the Frost house. Remember the Frost house?
Sure, yeah, probably.
I was like, as soon as that alarm went off, I go, I'm getting arrested. And I just sprinted. Again, Plymouth State, don't come after us. This was like 2008, maybe 2007.
Yeah, statute of limitations.
You got nothing on us now.
Point, for sure.
But I hid behind the Frost house until you and Bill walked by, and we knew it was. I was like, okay, it's safe.
We're
to
good.
Get
Let's get out of here. Let's go home, buddy.
Yeah.
Close our window because it's busted open.
So that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I
mean, Scoot really pushed our buttons back then.
He was that fifth roommate that wasn't really our roommate, but we just bust in like Kramer, just coming right in.
He was the Kramer.
Wouldn't change it for the world, though, you know.
No, and I do. If I ran to Scoot or Peter, I'd give him a handshake.
Oh, absolutely, big hug. I mean,
we forgave him so many times. Even after that, I think we even said
he was like our little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the Pat Super Bowl,
the fight that he started.
Yeah, that was.
He got knocked out.
Yeah.
I think I said call a medic.
Call a medic. That was one of your catchphrases though back then, you know.
Well, the thing was, I was hammered, and when you get hurt in rugby, everybody knows I played rugby at the time.
Yeah.
It was get a medic.
Sure.
And in my drunken, depressed state of the Patriots losing, I saw Pete got punched harder than I'd ever seen a human being get punched in my life. His legs went limp.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
we need a medic," I think was the quote.
Yeah, I was like, medic. And he needed to go to the hospital. He refused.
Yeah, he ended up being fairly concussed from what I remember.
Dude, I've been punched in the face. I think you've been punched in the face. Maybe once.
Slapped, punched, whatever you call it.
At least slapped each other.
I've been hit, yeah.
I have been punched in the face.
Sure.
I've never seen anybody get punched like that.
Right.
That was like...
He got blood on my brand new silver Wes Welker jersey, too, that he was wearing. I remember that.
No, I remember I took, what's his name, Leo or whatever, and, I've never fought another Patriots fan.
Brucey jersey kid.
He kicked Scoot when he was down. I ran over and I grabbed him I was like ready to pull his jersey over his head. I was like, I was like, this is not your fight,
It was a bad night, man.
That was like the worst Super Bowl ending of all time.
It was. It was the Tyree helmet catch. Right,
yeah,
David Tyree? Yeah,
that was pretty miserable.
Yeah, I mean...
I think we said no sports in our apartment.
I think we banned ESPN for like at least a month.
We had to have. Which was the crazy thing was the Celtics were really good.
Yeah.
And I think at one point Bill came up and goes, "All right, guys.
The band's over.
We're at least watching the
Putting
Celtics.
on TNT.
Like, we're not going to have a team like this for a while."
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Yep.
My buddy Kendall Payne Glover, one of the 4 families of shows. He runs Wrestling Fans Unhinged.
Okay.
Wants to know. Well, we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but what was it like? What was it being roommates with the one and only Dan the Man?
The one and only Dan the Man.
Dan is such an inspiration, Kendall. I appreciate that.
You still inspire me every day, buddy. We talked about we had a blast. We lived together for what, the last 2 years, give or take, year and a half.
Yeah,
or so?
Eric left.
Yep.
I broke up with Amy, or Amy broke up with me, or whatever
yeah.
that was. And
there was never a dull moment. We got into some adventures. We had fun. Our senior year, I think, was a blast. Living with Corey and Bill, we had a good time.
The student apartments at Plymouth were like a very good time.
Oh, it was a blast, yeah.
As soon as it got nice out, it became a block party every night.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I don't know if you remember, we were sort of right there in that corner, right, where the sun wouldn't hit us. So we still had that big snowbank outside in front where everybody else was outside playing Polish horseshoes. Grass was green, but we still had that snowbank. And there was just one day where we all just had enough. We got rid of the snow. Pulled the TV outside. Pulled the couch outside.
Right. We started putting the TV outside.
Just hang out outside.
We would watch new Office episodes outside.
Oh,
We'd invite the neighbors
Thursday
over.
nights.
Yep.
Office block parties.
Those were really good times.
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, wouldn't change it for the world. Absolutely.
What were we? Were we 1-4-3 or what?
1-4-3.
Okay.
I love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'd have the rivalry with the Ledoux brothers. Brian, Tom, shout out.
Shout out to another couple of.
Remember, we'd just whip apples at their door, and we'd take our trash and just throw it in front of their door.
There was one time where we taped pornography to their door.
I think the mom came up that way.
Oh, I think Tom's girl.
Maybe it sounds like.
Was it Tessa, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very disappointed.
The sad thing is, we love the Ledoux brothers.
Friendly rivalry.
We just wanted to prank each other. How can we prank them a little bit more?
Right.
Prank
wars. Yep.
I remember one time I whipped an apple at their door and it went and it hit the window above. I was like, oh my God.
Whoop!
I sprinted back in. I go,
here.
okay, so this is getting out of control. Now we're hitting other people. Yeah,
the apples were something. 'Cause I feel like there was one time where they just had lots of apple residue on their door and it was just getting moldy and stinky.
It was totally uncalled for, and we didn't know the other 2 roommates because the other roommate that punched out Scoot.
Brewski jersey. Or was
No, it was Damon.
Okay.
His name's Damon.
Right.
We never knew him.
Sure.
And we had been dumping trash on his on his porch and all these other things. He's the one that punched out Scoot.
Repercussions.
So
yeah, revenge.
Scoot was the sacrificial lamb. We said, all right, take him.
See ya. He doesn't even live here. Take him.
Oh, that was wild.
Yeah, no, we had a good time though.
Yeah, very good time. So I think that's what it was like. It was definitely like that.
It was just fun. I mean, we were in college. We were young.
We were young.
Yeah. Our knees didn't hurt then.
Knees didn't hurt.
Back.
Yeah.
I got a pinched nerve that just won't go away.
We were athletes, sort of.
We were
coming out of our prime.
Yeah. We were.
But
still had energy at least.
Had energy. Chick magnets.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. We were hard. We were hard
We're in
stoppers,
Plymouth
buddy.
State. It wasn't all that as hard. It gets harder as an adult.
Plead the fifth.
Ken also wants to know best Cowboy player to draft in fantasy. He's a big Cowboys guy. He's a Texas guy.
I was a big Cowboys fan this year myself. On one of my leagues, I had Dak as my quarterback, and CeeDee Lamb as my is one of my wideouts. They didn't have the best year, but they were serviceable. But I think next year with Amari Cooper leaving, you'll probably see Dalton Schultz, the tight end there. I think he had like 8 or 9, 10 touchdowns this year. I think he's gonna keep doing all right. It all depends on value, I guess. Where you can get somebody. I'm not opposed to another CeeDee Lamb year for myself, as long as the price is right. But
very disappointing for them to go out the way they did.
Bums. They're just bums. They just can't.
They can't do it.
They can't do it. I mean, they kicked the Pats' butt in that overtime game. I mean, that was something. That was a wild game, And that's the thing that
I didn't lose sleep over it.
See, it's funny. That's one of my things about fantasy football, because I just said, I got Dak and I got CeeDee Lamb on a team. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Pats fan. But if I see Dak Prescott throwing a 70-yard bomb to CeeDee Lamb in the overtime to beat the Pats, I'm not disappointed, you know?
I honestly, and there's people that probably have group chats. I said, tank the season.
Yeah.
After they lost. I think the Cowboys were where I said that. But to be honest, the Patriots made me very happy this year. Compared to,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in 1 second.
Yeah.
Let's get to sports. USFL coming back.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that is. United States Football League?
Yes.
Yeah, I got nothing for you there, buddy.
It's going to be, okay, so you're not going to be watching, I take it.
I will not be watching it. Yeah.
So that's starting soon. It's going to be at one location.
Yeah?
Obviously, the XFL is coming back next year.
I was going to say, The Rock's got the XFL now, right? Isn't he like an investor in it or
him and his
something?
ex-wife, Danny Glover. No, Danny Garcia, not Danny Glover.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Glover and The Rock.
That's a couple right there.
So I take you're not watching.
I do not think I will be tuning in.
Do you want to see more football other than the NFL?
No. Like, what's the point? I don't think it
Okay.
makes sense. I mean,
Are you feeling the? Now I'm big on.
but
MLR.
we did used to go to arena football a lot. Remember that? The Wolves
I have a
in
picture
Manchester.
with the mascot.
Yeah.
Corey used to get free tickets.
Right, we used to win them off the radio.
What was
Like
that
once a
bar
week.
across the street? We get hammered and then go over there.
What, at Manchester?
I don't think that bar exists anymore.
No, probably not. I don't even remember.
It was a hole in the wall. We go over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're, there's this hole in the wall right by the arena there, like by that little park. I never know what the name of it is.
Can't remember what it was. But we go in there. We get a bunch of pictures, and then we go over.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, yeah,
Watch
arena football.
Manchester Wolves arena football in 2009.
Those were good times.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like arena football's a little different because it's a different concept.
I mean, there were a
of
lot of
game,
touchdowns.
you know.
A
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
touchdowns.
But just another football league. I mean,
I don't know about the. Again, I'm excited for the XFL. Have you been watching any MLR, Major League Rugby?
I have not, unfortunately, Dan.
I'm gonna try to
apologize
get.
for that
I just
one.
got a ticket to go. I
Don't
went
understand rugby. Like you got to put the ball down and touch the
there's
ground
a
every
lot-
like 10 yards, or is it even yards in rugby? I don't know
There's
how it
times
works.
you have to do that, but I'm probably gonna go on
calling
Saturday. Free Jacks. I think we're 7-1 right now.
There we go.
Huzzah! Let's go. But another question for you:
Mm.
flag football in the Olympics. What do you think of that? There's the NFL's pushing for it in 20.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the point of that, too? I mean,
You don't think that flag could be good in the Olympics? I mean, football is like the most popular sport, one of the most popular sports on the planet.
you're talking football, soccer, right?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about
Is American football
American
one of the
football,
biggest sports
flag
in the world?
football, which ended
Yeah.
my shoulders career.
Eee.
Do you think that could be an Olympic sport?
No, I do not.
Wow. Okay.
I do not.
A guy that grew
I
up
do
playing.
not. I mean, this is the first I'm hearing that American football is huge everywhere. I didn't think that.
What do you think there's games in London for?
Because the NFL wants to make a couple more bucks.
They
you
want to
know?
make a couple more bucks.
Because
the rest of the world
people that live in the United States that live over there are gonna go and see it.
not
no?
just them. I mean, I've had people in the seat you're sitting in right now from the United Kingdom saying like, we're football fans.
Okay,
My brother's
good for
a
them.
football fan.
Yeah, okay.
So, I like it.
Yeah, whatever happened to NFL Europe? The Barcelona Dragons. Remember them?
Yeah, it didn't pan out.
No, it didn't pan out.
It did not pan out.
Yeah, right.
But that doesn't mean it's not growing. I think
Okay.
I think flag football could be a thing. I enjoy flag football. As you know, I've run a flag football tournament for 12 years.
Yeah, that I've never been invited to. Yeah, I remember that.
And nor will you ever.
Thank you.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
will not be joining that anytime soon.
I didn't have you ref or anything at all.
I feel like I might have taken part in one of the
Yeah,
early
yeah.
ones, yeah. But I'm just too lazy.
No, it's all good. Do you think the Lakers pretty much done with this old ass team? Or
Couldn't tell you. Not a basketball guy.
okay,
Not a basketball. I did hear on the radio that they're not making the playoffs, though, right? LeBron.
this is like a dream team that
yeah.
didn't do anything.
right. LeBron, Anthony Davis, I think. Yeah, I got nothing.
A lot of people on
Never been a basketball fan.
Okay.
I'll pop the Celtics on every now and then
Yeah.
if they're on though. Like playoffs. Like I'm one of those guys. Like same thing with hockey. Like I don't mind hockey. I don't mind basketball. Am I gonna tune in to watch?
I don't watch either religiously.
Right. Yeah. If the Celtics or the Bruins are in the playoffs, then yeah, I'll tune in. But not a regularly scheduled
To be honest,
program for me.
I'll be honest, as I've gotten older, because I'm gonna ask you this: what do you think of the Red Sox this year? But I will be honest, I don't follow them as closely as I used to. Like, there's something about a sport being on once a week.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yep, exactly. That's the thing. And honestly, I haven't really been into baseball since college.
Really?
And or a little bit after college, yeah, just because we had it on all the time. Same thing. That wasn't a sport that I really grew up watching. I didn't play baseball or anything. I think that's one of those things where, if you play when you're a kid, you're gonna be a fan forever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a softball hardo after all these years.
Yeah, absolutely. So. I mean, I played softball with you for a couple of years.
Sure,
it was a blast. Yeah.
We almost won it that one time.
Did we? I don't know.
We lost in the championship.
I messed my ankle up something fierce.
Yeah.
Sliding into third, rocking football cleats.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Those were
still hurts.
Those were my first years after college, really playing around here. But year 2, Mac Jones.
Love it.
You like him? You liking Mac?
I'm loving Mac. I don't know if you've seen the the videos out there on like Instagram and everything about him and all the wideouts.
They're all working out.
Yeah. Like just the fact that they're together, with Devontae Parker that we just traded for. He looks slim. He looks like he's getting in. Not that he was in bad shape. Obviously, he's an NFL quarterback, but looks like he's developing a little bit. I think it's going to be good.
I like Mac a lot.
I like it. Yeah.
Smart player. I know I'm a what do they call it? A homer.
You were a big Cam Newton fan for a bit, I think, right?
If you're the quarterback of the Patriots, I'm going to be a fan of yours.
All right. Big Matt Castle fan.
I have that jersey, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you've actually seen it. Yeah.
I know.
Well, speaking of which, I'm rocking the Notre Dame jacket.
Yep.
I'm actually really considering just buying tickets and figuring it out and going this year.
What, to a Notre Dame game?
Never done it. Never been to Indiana. Wonder if I should just do it. I'm not getting
go on an adventure. Might as well.
We had Kendall Reyes here. He talked about how he knocked Jimmy Clausen was our guy.
Yes, Jimmy C.
And he had that big sack on him that led to UConn beating them. And he goes,
"Oh, really? Yeah."
Yeah, I remember watching that game live, being like, "No, UConn's going to beat Notre Dame. What's happening?
Man.
Like, this is not real life."
Right.
But I do want to talk some pop culture here.
Sure.
Yesterday was the 28-year anniversary of the death of Kurt Cobain.
Rest in peace.
And man, I didn't realize how much. Like, I remember kind of where I was when he died.
Yeah.
Sitting in the living room, and I got my bike and went around telling all the neighborhood kids, like, Kurt Cobain is dead, because I really like that band, and they did the MTV Unplugged.
Right. Yeah.
I'm starting to realize how much impact MTV had on my childhood.
Yeah, it was huge.
I'm rewatching Unplugged, being like, I remember watching this.
Right.
But anyways, 28 years. He only lived to be 27. This guy changed
the
music.
world. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you have a top 5?
I wouldn't say I got a top 5.
Or
I was a very big Nirvana fan when I was a kid. Nevermind was one of those CDs that I just had on repeat all the time growing up. It was one of the first CDs I remember buying at the Strawberries at the Nashua Mall, buddy. I went to Bradley's after that, picked up a T-shirt or something.
Love that reference.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big Nirvana fan growing up. I mean, all their stuff was good. I don't think they had a bad song, And I mean, "Smells Like Teen Spirit's" just one of the biggest
a lot of people
songs
say that's the biggest song of the '90s.
Yeah, I mean it's always the tops on like the VH1 countdowns and the pop-up video countdowns, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because I mean, I'm no music expert, but I feel like that changed the sound of rock and roll, right?
There's no grunge without Kurt Cobain.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah.
I just, it kind of gets me because it's weird. Like, I saw that the other day, and if I look at my memories, I didn't know what month Kurt Cobain died or anything like that. Yeah. But reading that, I go, I remember where I was.
Sure. Yep.
And I remember how I felt after that.
Right.
Kurt Loder came on.
Yep.
Now he's 70. Kurt Loder was 76 years old.
Kurt Loder's an old man. Oh, yeah. Still breaking news though, right?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Wasn't he on like ABC News or something?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's doing something, I think.
I mean, if Dr. Fauci can get us through the pandemic at 80, Kurt Loder can be definitely giving us news at this point.
Sign me up, yeah.
But like, I remember Kurt Loder coming on and being like, Kurt Cobain has died. And I was like, wait, and it makes me go, damn, that's how, I was a lot younger. I was only like 9, but
Right, we
like
were
that's
kids,
how
yeah.
people felt when probably John Lennon died.
Oh, yeah.
They couldn't believe it.
That, Elvis. Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
that was probably the biggest news of that year, I would think, right? I mean,
it had
because they were on top of the world,
the best
right?
band in the world.
They had to have been.
Which it kind of gets me going. Like, man, I can't believe Dave Grohl's done everything he has.
Oh,
He
yeah,
literally
right.
was like, my lead died. I'm a drummer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go record this Foo Fighters album by myself
Yeah.
and then figure out the band.
Yeah, big Foo Fighters fan too.
Love the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Taylor
Rest in peace.
Hawkins, man.
Bummer.
That I always remember Taylor Hawkins from. I remember seeing him with Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah?
And I remember
Was he in like Alanis' band? Yeah, I think I
he
was
was
reading
the
about
drummer.
that the other day.
And
yeah.
then I remember all of a
Right.
sudden he's all of a sudden with the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And I remember being like kind of confused by that because again I'm a kid at the time.
Sure, dumb kid. Yeah.
And I had Jagged Little Pill.
Who didn't?
My
Mom had that on repeat all the time too. Oh yeah.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think, buddy?
A little too ironic.
I really do think.
But anyways, you're a big Office fan.
Of course, yeah.
What are your favorite moments from The Office?
See now, when you said that,
I know, I'm
favorite
I'm hitting you with
moments. Like, are we
some
talking
hard ones.
episodes? Or are we talking straight up moments?
Just
'Cause,
moments.
moments. I'll break it down for you. I got funny moments, and we got heartfelt moments, right?
Okay.
You got Jim telling Pam that he loves her at casino night. That was
Shiver Jackson.
absolutely, yeah. But then they kiss. Just because that was end of season 2. That was early.
I think that's before we were all diehards. I'm pretty sure we all
we
watched
didn't start
that
watching
DVD.
until like 3,
Yeah.
season 3 or so.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Because we got we got our hands on the DVD, and I think we all
DVDs
just
were on
watched
repeat
it
over and over and over again. Yeah, that was a cliffhanger too. You know? That was the season finale. So you love that. Michael's proposal to Holly. If we're talking another, lovey-dovey type of moment. As far as funny goes, Bill Buttlicker. Our prices have never been lower. That whole scene, Buttlicker. Great. I've always been a fan of Jan's implant reveal.
Oh yes,
When he comes back in and she turns around and
now I'm in the best relationship of my life.
he just was just looking at him, and he calls the assistant the day later. Tell Jan. She'll know what that means. That's just good stuff. Dwight, Mason, Roy, love that. Love the pepper spray.
I always forget about that.
All of Dwight just being the man.
I have to say though, for serious moments, him saying, "And I would tell you, you were the best boss." That still gets me.
Oh, Jim and Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's leaving. Yeah, that's a heartbreaker.
That's
for
still.
sure.
I'll watch that and be
absolutely.
like, "Whoa, what is this in my eye right now?"
A moment that always sort of tears me up was when Andy proposed to Angela, and Dwight's just sitting there like, I did it to myself or something like that,
Yeah.
because he didn't take that leap. And I don't know, it's just one of those shows where you go from just heart stuff to absolute slapstick comedy.
I'll be honest. Everybody knows diehard Sopranos guy right here.
Never seen an episode of Sopranos.
Get the hell off my side.
I will leave right now.
But I've been able to find serious shows that I like that I can compare it. I don't think there'll ever be a comedy show that I could ever be like, I love you as much as I loved this show.
Yeah, it was just such a cultural phenomenon when it was out. Everybody watched The Office. It was like Seinfeld. It was like Friends.
But better.
Of course. Yeah. Since then, what's been like Parks and Rec? No, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it. I like it, but
I couldn't tell you a comedy that I'm like hooked on. There hasn't been one since. And that was like almost 10 years ago that's been off the air.
Yeah, it's been ages. Yeah.
2013 is when it ended.
Right. Yeah. There's really. because everything's on Netflix nowadays. Everything's on the streaming platforms, all that sort of stuff. I did recently. I had always been against it because I'm not an Andy Samberg fan.
Okay.
I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine recently.
That is actually
it's
funny.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
I regret not tuning in earlier. But
I think Andy Samberg's really funny. And
yeah.
If we're going back to 2013, that was the best roast. Was oh God, what's his name? Who's in Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire?
No.
Willem Dafoe?
Nope. The son of William Dafoe.
James Franco.
James Franco.
He's a hot topic.
Holy. Did Franco do something bad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not keeping up. I didn't even remember his name.
Yeah, true.
The roast of him.
Yeah.
Don't try to cancel me.
Look that up on the internet, too, if you're unaware of James Franco, because, he's not a good guy.
That roast was pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
I got to ask you this. Top 5 movies? I know you're a big movie, and I know Home Alone's on this.
Home Alone and Dumb and Dumber are my
Okay.
1A and 1B. They always have been. They always will be. Those were the movies that I would just watch every day when I was a kid, you know? Big Star Wars fan.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back.
Not the
Return
new
of
ones,
Jedi.
I assume. Those
New
piss
ones,
me off.
they hit or miss, you know?
I've never been more aggravated.
I have not. So we saw the last one there, Rise of Skywalker, in theaters on Christmas. I hated it so much I haven't watched it again. Like it was just.
So I like punishment, so I've bought them all, but I haven't watched them. Like, I gotta own them.
Yeah, you're a DVD owning type of guy.
Yeah,
still,
I've tried
right?
to calm down on that over the years,
yeah.
but I am the type of person that likes to own it.
Blu-rays.
No, I'm not even Blu-ray guy.
no?
I just get regular. I don't even
You
have
getting
a.
cassettes? You getting VHSs? You got.
I would have a VHS if it was still a thing.
Yeah, right.
But no, I don't have Blu-rays. I just have regular DVDs,
All
regular DVD player. But I love owning a film. To be
Yeah.
like, this is my film to watch whenever I want.
Yeah, absolutely. I got that same access on Disney Plus and
Yeah,
all that sort of stuff.
Not my thing.
All right, I gotcha.
I do.
I'm
Still,
a big Marvel movie fan. I know you're not. I think, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
They pissed me off early on, and I fell off. I didn't watch Black Panther until the actor actually passed away,
Oh, Black Panther's phenomenal.
which was good. But yeah, I'm not a Marvel guy.
Yeah, no, Black Panther.
Great movie. Great movie.
Absolutely. You know.
I'm just not a Marvel guy.
Hey, to each their own.
I'm not a Disney guy. You ruined Star Wars, Disney, and I will never, ever forget that. So, sorry.
I don't mind it.
That was just me going off a little.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Rogue One was good. Did you see Rogue One?
Yeah, great. I own that. But
And The Mandalorian, but you don't have
nope,
the
not
Disney
doing
Plus.
that.
Oh,
No.
Mandalorian's
No,
great.
because Scott, I didn't ask for a TV show. I asked for movies that made sense. I didn't ask for a whole television show. That's what gets me here.
That's the beauty of being American, though, is sometimes you get stuff that you don't ask for, and you got to take the leap.
No, I refuse.
Take the plunge.
I refuse to take the
All
leap.
right.
Real quick though, are you an Ozark guy?
No, I'm not.
Damn,
I'm not. I've
this is
never
right
seen
up your
Ozark.
alley.
I know. I keep meaning to check it out, but I'm a big Breaking Bad guy. And when Ozark
We
first
actually
came
watched
out,
Breaking Bad, and
did.
I finally finished it.
yeah.
I had the Heisenberg shirt on this show last week. We started watching that in college,
Yeah.
and I started dating that crazy broad that I dated, as you remember.
They're all crazy.
Well, this was like legitimately like my life was in danger. But I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
And I've gone back and been like, this is a masterpiece.
Oh, it's
a masterpiece.
If you're gonna ask me greatest show of all time, I'm gonna say Breaking Bad every time. It's just. But when Ozark first came out, I just felt like it was like a Breaking Bad ripoff almost, kinda. For some reason, again, I've never watched it, so that was just how I felt. But I'm also not a fan of what's his name there? I don't even know the guy's name. The actor.
Jason
Bateman.
Bateman, yeah.
Bateman, yeah.
You're not a fan of Jason Bateman?
He's one of those guys that he's just Jason Bateman and everything. He's just
Oh, he's so this.
Jason Bateman and everything. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna tell you,
Worst part of Horrible Bosses.
Scott's fiance. If you're watching, get him to watch this. This is a good show.
She's not going to want anything to do with that.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
It really is a good show.
I'll take a peek. I mean, word of mouth. Everybody says
All right.
it's good stuff.
I do want to get into my favorite segment of the show, which is blank versus blank.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit you with
me.
the hardest one right off the bat.
Hit me.
20 years success of the New England Patriots. Who's more responsible? Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. 100%.
Didn't even let me finish.
Tom
He's
effing-
watched the show, ladies and
Tom
gentlemen.
effing Brady. I got nothing against Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick doesn't call the plays on offense from what I'm aware of.
He does put the groceries together.
You could, yeah, but is he cooking? Is he cooking the groceries, or is he just going to the
Kinda.
grocery store? Like, I'll go to the grocery store, bring home some groceries. I'm like, I don't cook, though. If that's a good analogy or metaphor. But no, I've always felt like it's Tom. I mean, with the pay cuts,
Yeah.
you know, with people wanting to go there and play with Tom effing Brady, nobody wants to go and play for Bill Belichick, you know?
They like winning. We'll see.
We'll see. Who's won the Super Bowl?
Oh God, he had
just
Tom
saying.
Brady had everything he ever wanted. Stone Cold of the Rock.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, until The Rock comes out of the WrestleMania and
Has his last match.
oh, how fun was that? That was a blast.
He was drinking beer the whole time.
Yeah.
That-
Just spewing beers all over there.
He looked like he was having fun. You knew Kevin Owens was having fun. Like
Dream of his,
there-
right?
Everything about that.
Then he
was
comes
just-
out night 2 and stuns Vince
Yeah.
and stuns Pat McAfee.
And Pat McAfee just like sitting there drinking the beer
yeah,
on the outside.
that was a
like-
blast, yeah.
Who was the better host of the Tonight Show, Jay Leno or Jimmy Fallon?
Jay Leno.
Wow.
'Cause I don't like Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Okay,
Never really
okay.
watched Jimmy Fallon, really. Grew up watching Leno. Was a big Conan O'Brien fan.
And then
Always stayed
they gave
up,
him the Tonight
stayed up
Show.
late for Conan. Yeah, that's right.
It didn't work out.
No. Then he went to TBS for a bit and had his own show on TBS, right?
Yeah, is he still doing that? I'm not
I
sure.
couldn't tell you, man. Yeah.
9 Inch Nails or Tool?
Ooh, 9 Inch Nails, I guess. Yeah, I was never really a big fan of either, to be honest.
Oh, see,
when
I
was
thought these
growing
were up. Someone asked me this question. That's why I'm asking. I thought
Yeah.
those were up your alley.
Nah, neither one. I was never really like a hardcore metal type. I don't even know if you would consider them metal
Yeah.
or anything. I was if you ask me like a Blink-182 or Green Day, I'll write you a thesis on it.
Okay, well,
But-
actually, that's a good one right now.
Oh,
If you want to compare the two.
I gotta go Green Day, I guess.
Ooh,
I gotta. I mean, for longevity.
And they were able to morph themselves more.
Right, yeah. I mean, it was one of those things where, you know, I grew up loving Green Day. They're my favorite band. Then into high school, I got a little bit into Blink.
Yeah.
Because that was sort of around the time when Green Day was doing, you know, the Americana stuff. And they just got snooze fest on me.
I wasn't into that as much as like Dookie's my favorite album.
Oh, yeah, Dookie's one of the greatest albums of all time, absolutely.
Insomniac is pretty good too.
Insomnia,
I
yeah.
did enjoy that.
Nimrod
Nimrod, yeah.
was 90, you know, that was with, you know, Time of Your Life and all that. That was a
Which
good
that was
one.
their goodbye to punk music.
Yeah.
I love both those bands.
Oh, absolutely.
Big time.
Weezer fan myself, too.
Ooh,
I don't know if you...
I do listen to a little.
Yeah,
Weezer.
going to Weezer again. I went through phases. I was like Green Day growing up as a kid.
Hip.
Blink in sort of high school. Weezer was college. I don't know.
Remember Out Cold, the movie?
Yes, yeah. Island in the Sun was there.
Yeah.
Was the theme.
We used to watch that movie. We do a little The Wacky or Tobacco and watch that movie.
I don't know about that.
In
Cigars.
order from D-Hop or P-Hop.
P-Hop. Yeah,
P-Hop
another
is what
pizza.
it
Yeah,
was.
get a nice buff chick calzone.
Yeah. What a great song that was though.
Oh yeah.
Hip,
They got some
hip,
hits.
Love it. Okay, another music one. I'm liking the music ones here.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit or Korn?
Ooh, Limp Bizkit. So Korn was the first concert I ever went to. Korn and Stained was opening up for them with Sean Traxel. Shout out
Shout
to
out Sean Traxel. Saw him at Rite Aid not too long ago.
Yeah, my parents run into him once a year.
He's in Market Basket, I think.
I don't think he's in Market Basket anymore, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Love them both growing up, but
Yeah.
but Limp Bizkit, I mean, I hate to admit it, but I mean, I wanted to be Fred Durst in junior high.
I could see that.
I had the backwards hat, still do. Shorts, you know, knee-high socks, punk. I mean, Significant Other is probably, unfortunately, the album that I've listened to most of my life. That was one of those ones I just had back to back.
No,
to
it
back,
was
too.
really. I remember when that came out because Nookie was like the hit, and then,
Nookie
but
was
there's so many
huge,
like.
break stuff. They had a bunch of hits.
What else? Significant Other had "It's My Way."
No, that was Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Okay,
I
what was
believe.
on?
Other.
What am I blanking on here?
What's it called? The music video. They were in like a.
I knew it was Nookie
like
was on
milk.
there.
Yeah, Nookie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Nookie.
My Way's on the other one.
My Way. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, because that was.
Are you sure?
I want to say.
Okay, you probably know.
Positive.
Yeah,
I want to say I'm positive because that was when they had the theme song from The Undertaker too.
Yeah, well, I know that it was the theme song.
Yeah.
Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'. That was
Rolling. Yeah.
Oh man, great albums.
Yeah, good tunes.
Those were good times. And to be honest, I don't care what people say now. When we were in middle school, everybody wanted their hands on a Limp Bizkit album.
100%.
That's true.
Absolutely, still do.
Nirvana or the Foo Fighters?
Nirvana, it's got to be. Love me some Foo Fighters though. I got Everlong playing nonstop lately.
Ever since Taylor Hawkins died, I've been listening to that over and over. Man, that song gets you. That video
that's a tune.
That video is
that was a
incredible.
cool video too. Absolutely.
And everything could ever be this good forever. I mean, I don't think anything will ever top that song.
No, it's a good one.
I really don't think, like,
good one.
honestly, that, if I really break it down, I'm like, that might be my favorite song.
Everlong, it's up there.
Like, it's
up
definitely in
there.
my top 5.
You could do a whole show on just that.
If
Holy smokes.
there's a song I can listen to 3 times on repeat and just keep listening to it, that tells me something.
Yep.
You know?
Can't go wrong.
Goldberg or Sting?
Sting. I was a big fan of both of them growing up. I was a WCW guy. I don't know if we've talked about that before. I was WCW before I watched WWF, but I was a huge Goldberg fan too.
Both have still been able to do it in their older age. Sting
is Goldberg. Can you consider what Goldberg does as doing it though when he comes out for 30 seconds and
not as much as Sting
hurts people? Didn't he almost kill the Undertaker?
It was in Saudi Arabia. It doesn't count. It wasn't on U.S. soil. So
hey.
No, probably not. Toughest one in blank versus blank.
Oh,
Corey Walker, Corbor Floorbor.
Yep.
Or the Bunster Munster, Bill Munson.
As far as what? Like
Better college roommate.
Better college roommate. It was you, bud.
I beat them both.
You beat them both.
Really?
Yep.
I'll take it.
Yep. I think we go back far with both of them, though.
Yeah. No, those were really good times.
I mean, if I need somebody to run through a wall and break something heavy, I'm going with Bunster because the brute strength. But if I need somebody to change a light bulb, call Corey up.
Or if you get into a fight, call Bill because he'll just scream at them until they're afraid and they don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
I think he bailed Scoot out of a few where he just started yelling, and the guy was like, "All right, I don't want to fight this guy."
Yep.
But no, both
Love
great
it.
guys. Those were great
yeah.
times. Love Plymouth State, always will.
Oh yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming on, Scott. This has been a
Absolutely,
pleasure.
bud.
It's
Absolutely,
great to
my
see
pleasure,
you.
my friends.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Sign me up.
But all right, but everybody out there, keep your heads up, and have a great week. And until next time, let freedom ring.